Helluva-kitsune. Dying sucks and can be such a drag, as Naruto found this out the hard way. Naruto. Sasuke. A clash of voices rang out over the Valley of the End. Two friends turned enemies battled for what would be the final time as the two met with their last attacks. Chidori. Rasengan. As a spiraling sphere and lightning jab clashed between the two former comrades, an orb of black energy formed around them, encasing them. The clashing energies were so chaotic in nature that they ripped a hole in the fabric of reality, sending both young men into said rip, and what appeared to be a city. Hell. Stolas said as he sensed something in his castle, and as he walked to find it he found a human boy with a red bubbly aura around him. Stolas said, summoning a book. Let's see if I can fix this, he said as he could tell the boy may die and knew this aura wasn't entirely his own. He found a spell and casted it, merging the two energies. He now had humanoid fox ears sticking out from his hair from his head, orange-reddish fur covering some parts of his body, mainly around the wrists and ankles and arms, leaving his face bare. He wore a short black vest over a white tank top and torn black jeans with red flame lining along the bottom. Sticking from his back were 9 fox tails. Naruto merely slept from exhaustion. What are you, my dear boy? Stolas thought, as this boy had the power to rival an overlord. Hey dad, what made the hole in the roof? A small girl owl asked, seeing a boy with fox traits. He's adorable, she said, going over to pet him, and smiled hearing him growl in satisfaction. It seems he's a new arrival in Hell, Octavia. Stolas said with a smile at his 14-year-old daughter. 1 week later. Uck my head. Naruto groaned as he woke up. Hello my little fox, Stolas said to Naruto as he awoke. Whoa animal guy, Naruto said as he shook his head and looked at Stolas. I'm not the only one, Stolas said as he held up a mirror to Naruto. Aw man. Naruto said as he then felt his tails and looked to see he had them. Oh fuck you Kurama, he yelled, not getting a response. You sure you're okay? Stolas asked curiously. Yeah, just can't hear something, Naruto said sadly. Anyway, where the hell am I? He asked. Hell. Stolas said to him simply. Naruto looked at Stolas flatly. Well fuck, he said to himself. Yeah, I think that presence that you were attached to is the cause, Stolas said. How does that make any sense? Naruto asked, confused. Nothing in hell makes sense, my dear Kitsune. Stolas said with a smile. A freaking course. Naruto sighed out, mildly irritated. Anyways, seeing as you are new and have piqued my interest, I shall teach you about your new home. Wait right here while I get the brochure. Stolas told him as stood up. They have a brochure for hell? Naruto asked, bewildered. But of course, how else would you introduce new denizens and sinners to their rather new lives? Wait here, I'll be but a moment. Stolas answered as he left to get Naruto a brochure. As soon as Stolas left the room, Naruto sighed, rubbing his forehead in exasperation. First he fought Sasuke to death and now he's a fox demon in hell. Things could not possibly get any weirder for him. A cold shiver went down his spine at that thought. A few months later. Naruto, I have a job for you. An acquaintance of mine needs protection, and with your skills I think you'd be perfect for the job. Stolas said with a smirk. Sure. Naruto said as he got ready. My little owlet, you need to let him go, Stolas said flatly, as Octavia had been rather fond of laying on Naruto, saying she liked how warm and soft he was often sleeping on him, and he too, like his wife, found it concerning, albeit he didn't threaten Naruto like his wife did with threats and shouting. Naruto patted Octavia on the head and smiled at her as she pouted, having to leave his side. "Oh my little owlet, don't worry, I bought him a phone so you can text and talk," Stolas said with a smile. Not 10 seconds later, Naruto had over a couple dozen messages in his phone. Later in the city. "Alright, so where's this person Stolas mentioned? She should be at this motel." Naruto spoke to himself as he stepped up towards a motel. As he walked, he got another text from Octavia making him sigh and chuckle. He liked the owlet. He did. But she was clearly very possessive of him for some reason. As he was caught up in his musings, he failed to notice a speeding limousine heading towards him and crashing into him, and parking, pinning him to the wall of the motel, where it parked in a parking spot next to said building. "Okay, prick the hell, were you thinking of walking into my spot? It even has my name on it." A rather annoyed voice came from the back seat as a pink-skinned woman stepped out from the limo. She got out the car wearing white fuck me pumps, a short no-sleeve no-strap dress that had a black top with a suggestive X''and O over each of her cup breasts, while the bottom of the dress was white and had a upside-down star hugging her curvy model body, and showed of her firm heart-shaped ass. Naruto growled at her, his eyes shining a murderous red. "Oh, nice look," the woman said rather seductively. "I'm your protection," Naruto said, moving the car forward. "Hot and strong bonus," the woman said as she licked her lips suggestively. "Are you Verosika?" Naruto asked, wanting to know if he could kill her if she wasn't who he needed to protect. "Yes, I'm Verosika Mayday," Verosika said, resting her hand on her hip as she struck a pose. "Great, Stolas sent me to work for a brat," Naruto thought as he sighed, wanting to fry the owl man. With Stolas was currently dealing with a problem involving his daughter. "What do you mean you sent Naruto to work for that whore?" Octavia yelled as she knew who Verosika was, and her eyes glowing a bright red instead of their normal violet color, showing she was enraged. Now Octavia, let's not be rash. I'm sure Verosika can be professional," Stolas said, admittedly a little afraid of his daughter's newfound aggression. "She is a succubus," Octavia said angrily. "They are bred for the sole purpose of being whores," she said, yelling so loudly it sounded like a giant caw. "Good, that trash won't be bothering Octavia anymore," Stolas' wife Stella said with a scowl as she didn't like Naruto at all. "I will pluck your eyes out, mother," Octavia said with a glare that could kill Satan himself. "I'll even do it like a chicken, or wait, a plebeian," she said with a smirk. Stolas did the one thing any smart man would do in this situation. He ran as fast as he could, as a fight between mother and daughter often resulted in heavy collateral damage, especially in hell. The imp servants they hired also followed the prince's example and bravely ran away. Mother and daughter glared at each other before many feathers and loud feminine bird cries were heard. Back with Naruto. Naruto currently felt like slamming his head in Verosika's car door. This woman was 1 minute absolutely insufferable, and the next she was practically offering to fuck him. "Come on, Foxy, let's see how much of a beast you are," Verosika said, wanting to try out her first Hellfox. "Shouldn't we discuss the job first?" Naruto asked, concerned about how mental this chick is acting. "Pretty simple, you're my bodyguard," Verosika told him unhelpfully, not really giving him any real information. "What do you do that requires a bodyguard?" Naruto asked. "I'm a pop star, don't you recognize me?" Verosika asked, surprised, as most people knew exactly who she was and would lay on the ground so she could walk without scratching her new shoes by using their bodies as a carpet. "Not really, never got into music before I died and became this," Naruto said as he gestured to himself. "Ah, that's rare. Most people who go to hell become regular demons, not the first of a new species." Verosika said, a bit intrigued. "Wait, I'm the only Hellfox?" Naruto asked with a frown as he thought fox demons were possible, seeing the other species he saw down here. "Well, there are hellhounds, so you won't stand out too much, Foxy," Verosika said, waving her hand. "Well, I suppose that's a little better," Naruto sighed out. While he liked being unique, being the only fox demon felt a little off-putting. But there being hellhounds around made him feel a little better, and that maybe he could relate a bit to them. "So, you ever get freaky with those 9 tails?" Verosika asked with a sultry smile. "The hell? What kind of question is that?" he shouted in surprise. "Okay, 2 things. 1, this is hell, so lighten up, you pussy, and 2, I'm a succubus, kind of obvious that I would want to know," Verosika said as she was into anything sexual. "Suku what?" Naruto asked cluelessly as he tilted his head in confusion. "Oh, Satan, damn it. Stolas really sent me a fresh out of the sky one to me. At least you're hot, so that helps. Verosika groaned, knowing she didn't want to play at being a teacher, unless it was the sexy slutty kind of teacher. Then she's on board. Well, if there is something to learn, can we do it while we eat? I'm hungry. Naruto said, "Aw, is my new pet hungry? Okay, what would you like?" Verosika said with a smile. Naruto growled, baring his fangs. "I'm no one's pet. Do I look like some fucking purse dog you carry around?" he said in a stern voice with an edge. Okay. Lighten up, Foxy, I'll take you to a buffet. I know, since you seem hangry," Verosika said as she knocked on her limo's driver window. "Hey, you get us to the regular place now, you limp-dicked faggot," she yelled at the driver. "What is hang? You know what, it doesn't matter, let's get some food," Naruto said, knowing he had a lot to learn from Verosika. "Good, after that we can go to a bar," Verosika said as her flask was empty. "Why a bar?" Naruto asked, actually feeling like he could go for a drink. "Need to see if you can keep up with me and party. But if you don't want any booze, I know a few motel rooms we can go to instead." Verosika flirted out. "Booze it is," Naruto said flatly. "Oh, what a shame. I was hoping you'd say yes to both." Verosika pouted. "I need a vacation," Naruto said, as this chick was crazy. "Let's both take one. Right to Bonetown, Foxy," Verosika moaned out flirtily. "Lady, I have zero experience with this, so just relax," Naruto told her. "You're a virgin? Jackpot." Verosika said, as those were rare and she could just sense this purity about him that'd make it hotter. "I'm gonna prank Stolas later," Naruto thought as he sighed as he batted Verosika's hands away from his pants. With Stolas, a shiver ran down the Goetia prince's spine as he took shelter in a library on the other side of the city, far away from his mansion and his currently warring wife and daughter, who were still warring, judging by how he could see his mansion shaking even this far away. Later at a bar, the second he and Verosika entered the bar, several men literally fell to the ground before them, offering Verosika their bodies to step on as she made her way to her private booth. PFFT talk about no self-respect, Naruto grumbled. "They can't help it, succubi make everyone horny, me especially, as I'm top bitch, under Lady Lilith, of course." Verosika said to him, "Really? You have no effect on me, and yes, I'm straight," Naruto said, quickly making that clear. "And that is what makes you so hot a challenge." Verosika said with a lustful smile and her eyes shining pink. Verosika." Naruto tried getting her attention and pull her out of her daydreams and plans. "Hold on, I'm not done yet." "Okay, now I'm done. What do you need, Foxy?" Verosika asked her new bodyguard. "Possibly a harassment clause in my contract," Naruto said flatly. "Ha, good one. This is hell. We don't have those. Half the sinners here were lawyers in their previous lives," Verosika told him. "Wow, guess they were assholes who sold their souls," Naruto said with a chuckle. "You're probably not wrong," Verosika said to him with a chuckle of her own. "Okay, so what is there to do here?" Naruto asked. "We could have a drinking contest, or you can plow me in this booth." She smirked at him. "Waiter, bring us some shots," Naruto said, holding up his hand. "Fag," a man nearby said. Naruto growled and grabbed the guy with his tails and tossed him through a wall. "Anybody else have something to say?" Naruto growled at the rest of the patrons, his eyes blood red. "Nope. Nothing, I'm not even here," most of the patrons chimed in, turning away from the Hellfox. "Yeah, that's what I thought," Naruto told them as he settled back in her seat. Verosika laughed at this as a waiter arrived with a tray of shots. "Okay, Foxy, let's see if you can handle some alcohol." "What do I get when I win?" Naruto asked her. Verosika smirked at this. "It has to be something I wouldn't get for free," Naruto said flatly. "Okay, fine, how's $1 billion sound?" Verosika asked, pretty confident she'd win. "You have that much?" he asked in shock. "Oh please, I can make that back in a month, a week if I'm topless, but if I win I want you to wreck me right here," Verosika told him seductively. Naruto rolled his eyes at this. "Fine, let's do this," Naruto said as he took a shot off the tray and drank it. 3 hours later. "This is bullshit," Verosika slurred as she sounded like a drunk hooker. "We drank the place dry, now pay up," Naruto said with a smirk, and he burped loudly, making some fire. Fine. Verosika slurred out as she pulled out her checkbook from her in between her boobs and signed him a check. Along with a nude in her bra. I'll give you $500,000 extra if you sleep with me, she said flirtatiously. Do I look like a hooker to you? Naruto asked her, raising a brow. No, but you can use that money to make me one for you, she flirted out. You know you're growing on me a bit. Naruto said with a chuckle as he took the check. Anything else that is growing? Verosika asked seductively. Okay, you're drunk, I'm taking you home, Naruto told her. I'm not drunk, I'm horny as hell and I want that dick, damn it, Verosika shouted in frustration. I ain't easy, Naruto said to her. You have money and a sexy succubus hanging off of you. What more can I give you? Friendship? Naruto asked seriously. What? Verosika asked, very confused. Look, back when I was alive I valued friends above everything else, and I don't know if that's stupid in hell, but it's still the same with me here, Naruto said to her. Verosika looked at Naruto and shook her head. Nah, that's not stupid, just rare, she said to him. So then friends? Naruto asked. Okay, we're friends with benefits. Verosika said with a smirk. I walked right into that one, Naruto sighed. I'll getcha, Verosika said as she and Naruto left the bar. Yay, probably, Naruto mumbled to himself. Verosika didn't vocalize if she heard him, but her smirk did widen, as did the increased swaying of her ass. 2 hours later at another bar. Come on sexy, let's see what you can fucking do, Verosika said teasingly, wanting to see if Naruto had any natural musical talent. Why would a pop star go to a karaoke bar? Naruto asked flatly. Bitch, I sing everywhere I go, Verosika said to him. Fine, let's hear you sing, bitch, Naruto said with a smirk, challenging her. Verosika sang her hit song Bonetown, which just made everyone horny. Pretty sure that's cheating, Naruto said as he took the mic and went to a nearby piano and began to play, masterfully. This one goes out to a certain succubus in attendance, he spoke into the mic. Without You song by Ashes Remain. Disclaimer, we don't own the song, all rights go to the makers and the band. Verosika was incredibly wet, horny, and hot for Naruto all at once, as that was beautiful and his voice drove her up the walls. As Naruto stood from the piano and went to sit back down, he was met with applause from the patrons as well as from Verosika, who he swore had hearts in her eyes looking at him. Okay everyone, I have an announcement. I am now exclusive with this foxy piece of ass, she shouted, which was caught on camera by several paparazzi who came to said bar because she was there. Stolas Castle. Octavia felt a sudden burst of rage as she heard that announcement, as even though the castle kitchen more or less looked like a war zone, the TV was still perfectly intact, and she heard Verosika's live announcement. She knocked her mother out and went to go commit patricide. With Naruto. Hey, don't I get a say in him? Naruto was saying before Verosika pulled him into a heated kiss, shoving her tongue in his mouth, making viewers very horny. Come on Foxy, let's get going, Verosika exclaimed, dragging Naruto literally out of the bar by his arm. Are we going to a carnival? Naruto asked, dazed from the tongue kiss and not aware of where he was. Oh, it'll be a carnival all right. Lots and lots of riding and bouncing, she exclaimed in sheer utter lust as she threw Naruto into her limo. Get us to my penthouse, I have some dick to get. She yelled at her driver as she got in and her limo filled with pink smoke. Verosika's penthouse. Naruto groaned as he woke up on a soft bed. Where am I? He yawned out as he went to lift himself off the very comfortable bed. Verosika soon came out of the bathroom wearing a leopard print trim with fishnet one-piece bodysuit which hugged her body tightly. How do I look, Foxy? Verosika smugly asked her new bodyguard/prey. Ooh. Naruto's brain seemed to stop working and he was drooling. A lot. Verosika got on the bed and smirked as she crawled up the bed towards his pants. Now let's see what mama is working with, Verosika lustfully growled out as she ripped his pants into pieces as well as his underwear. Lemon lime, skip if you want. Smack. Verosika gasped as she was slapped dead in the face by Naruto's gigantic cock. Nothing else could describe the massive 12-inch long 4-inch bitch breaker of a cock he had. To call it a dick would be an insult to it. Oh my Satan, this cock, so big. So thick, I need it, I fucking need it. Verosika shouted in a lustful frenzy as she immediately placed her lips around his massive cock and moaned loudly as she fell intoxicated to the sweet salty taste of his member. Naruto's mind exited its daze the moment Verosika's mouth came into contact with the head of his cock. He looked down to see the pink-skinned succubus sucking his cock and had only one thing he could say. Holy fuck, he shouted in pleasure at the feel of her mouth. Fuck, I love this, Verosika thought as she was actually getting off on just oral sex. It showed many things, like how strong and powerful Naruto was, and even his lust was in a class of its own. She felt like she could drown in it. Fucking hell, Verosika, if I knew it would feel like this, I would have done you in the bar booth, but seeing you sucking my cock was worth the wait, Naruto said as he held his hands back from instinctively grabbing Verosika's hair to get her sucking him deeper. Verosika pulled her mouth briefly off of his cock, and smirked at him. You shouldn't restrain yourself, Foxy. I can see that you want to grab me and force me to take it deeper, and I could easily just suck you off deep, but where's the fun in that? I want to see if my big, strong, bodyguard is as manly as this cock makes you out to be, or will your virgin status leave you as my bitch instead? She smirked at him and gave the tip of his cock a kiss. The second her mouth made contact with his cock, Naruto let go of his restraint and grabbed the pop star by her horns. Pushing her down onto the bed as he straddled her and shoved his cock in between large breasts. Your mouth just signed a check, your tits will have to cash instead, bitch. He growled as he started to pound and jackhammer into the valley of her boobs, using her horns to hold her still. Verosika moaned as just his thrusts were harder than any slaps her tits had taken. He was really giving it to her. Am I man enough for you now, sweetheart? He yelled out with a powerful thrust. Yes. She cried out, louder. I want all of hell to hear you scream it. Naruto commanded her, now becoming the fully dominant one of the two despite his virgin status and Verosika's experience. Yes, you are manly enough, you're the only man for me now. The pop star screamed out, loving being dominated by the hellfox before her. Fuck yeah, Naruto shouted as he released a large load of cum onto Verosika's face and breasts. The succubus opened her mouth to swallow it and found herself overwhelmed by the sheer amount. A succubus was being overwhelmed by a single cum shot from a single man. The sheer audacity of it made her Keem shiver in excitement, and her eyes rolled back into her head as she climaxed. So much cum. She slightly stuttered out and saw he was still rock hard, not losing any of his hardness. Naruto growled as he ripped off his shirt and her one piece and got on top of her, rubbing his cock on her gushing pussy. You've been wanting this in your holes all day, right? Well, now you finally get your wish, if you do one thing. He told her, still rubbing and teasing the succubus. What could you possibly want? She asked, struggling not to just impale herself on his massive cock. I want you to submit fully to me. Your body and everything of yours will be mine in exchange for you finally getting the dick that challenged you inside you. What do you say, Verosika? He asked her with a cocky smirk on his face. I say mount your whore, master, Verosika said, panting in lust at the thought of being owned. Here you go, slut. He shouted as he thrusted his dick into her pussy, the moment she had been waiting for the past 12 hours, an eternity for a succubus. Oh fuck, Verosika screamed as she felt his massive cock reach the deepest parts of her. Holy shit, it's so tight. Naruto groaned out, not expecting for her to be that tight for him. Thank you, master, she exclaimed at his compliment of her being tight. Benefits of succubi: no matter how much dick we take will always remain tight, she said, screaming in pleasure. Good, I want my bitch tight, Naruto yelled as he groped her breasts. Bitches, master, you get my succubitches. My little whores will spread themselves for you whenever you want. What's mine is yours, Verosika said, smiling at the image of her girls being fucked by her master. I don't want them, ill pick who I fuck, is that clear? Naruto growled as his tails waved behind him out of control as he fucked her even harder. Yes, master, I understand. I'll be your personal cum-dump succubus, Verosika shouted in ecstasy as the rough fucking was driving her wild. Good, then my first order is to take my cum in your cunt, he roared as he unloaded a second shot inside of Verosika's twat. Ah, the pop star screamed in bliss at the feel of his cum entering and even flooding her womb. Naruto removed his cock from her pussy as her legs spasmed from her own climax. The succubus panted heavily as that was the best sex ever, and even more impressive was that she was conquered by a virgin no less. Nothing would ever top this feeling, she thought to herself. That thought lasted about 3 seconds before she found herself rolled onto her stomach and her arms and legs bound by 4 of Naruto's tails. 2 of his other tails grabbed Verosika's plump ass and spread her glorious cheeks, revealing her asshole for Naruto's eyes to behold and for his still throbbing cock to stretch out. Oh master, you're still hard? Are you sure you're not part incubus? She asked Naruto, unbelieving that a mortal virgin could possibly have this much stamina against a succubus. It was unreal. Naruto smirked at Verosika. Don't know, don't care. All I know is there's one more hole for me to use. he exclaimed as he used his tails to pull Verosika into the air and impale her ass first onto his hard cock. Ah, she screamed in blissful pleasure. She always did love getting fucked in her ass, and now her master doing it to her made her love it even more. Her screams were cut off when one of Naruto's remaining 3 tails came around her and reached into a nightstand. It pulled out a pair of Verosika's panties and then shoved them into the succubus singer's mouth, gagging her. "That's a fucking hot look for you, bitch," he told her as his tail went down towards Verosika's pussy and inserted itself into it. His last 2 tails reached around and started to grope and slap her massive tits. "Master's cock in my ass, a tail in my pussy, tails gripping my arms, legs, tails groping my ass, my tits, and a pair of my own panties shoved in my mouth. There is nothing that can top this ever." The pop sensation thought to herself as she drooled through her panties, gagging her. "You were right, sex is fun." Naruto panted into her ear as he fucked her ass harder and rougher, his tails bouncing her on his cock roughly and erratically. Fuck fuck fuck. She thought, going cross-eyed at the Hellfox's ministrations. "Since you're my naughty demon slut, now I figure I should baptize all your holes with my cum," he roared as he came once more. Verosika came as well from his load and the actions of his tails. When Naruto finished filling her final hole, he reseated his tails and brought the succubus to lie down next to him, to enjoy the afterglow, all while Verosika laid there spent and unconscious. Yes, you heard that correctly. A virgin just outfucked a succubus and knocked her out with sex. Naruto was clearly no ordinary demon, and Verosika would surely spread that info around. And lemon lime. A few weeks later, Naruto sighed seeing Verosika like this, completely and utterly drunk off her ass. Now he has absolutely no problem with people drinking or even getting drunk. But when someone is completely shit-faced 7 days a week, it becomes a problem for him, especially if it's his slave/girlfriend. Okay, he's not sure what their label would be aside from kinky and crazy, but that's besides the point. "Okay, I have had enough," Naruto said as he placed her on her couch after another bender. "Oh come on Foxy, you know you like your party girl," Verosika slurred. "I like you happy but healthy, so I'm not putting up with this crap anymore," Naruto said with a firm look on his face. "Oh, what you gonna do, master, spank me?" She teased him. "You have 2 choices, rehab or you're cut off from sex," Naruto said, his voice reverberating. "Why, you can't be serious," she slurred out, shocked and a bit scared. She couldn't handle being cut off from her master. "I am very serious, Verosika. I have no issue with you drinking, or even getting drunk, but every single day you get drunk, you need help. You don't have to stay at rehab for long, just long enough to get a grip on the everyday drinking. Please do it for me?" Verosika looked at Naruto and sighed. "Okay, fine for you, but first I have a problem." "And that is?" Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. "Beer's coming back up." Verosika exclaimed as she ran to the balcony of her penthouse and puked. "Lovely," Naruto said with a sigh. "Hey, what the fuck, you skank?" a voice yelled out down below. "I think I puked on my ex." "Cool," Verosika said as she wiped her mouth. "The same ex who stole your car, left you to pay for the motel room, ran 3 rings to Wrath, and maxed your credit cards on shitty horse riding lessons?" Naruto asked as he had heard this story about her ex every day since they started fucking. "Yeah. That asshole," Verosika confirmed. "Good, that's a last hurrah before I take you to rehab, babe." Naruto said as he grabbed her hand. "Babe? What are we, lovers now?" Verosika asked with a chuckle. "Well, we're what the hell are we now that I think about it?" he asked. "Well, I figured friends with benefits, but I didn't think you actually loved me enough to give me a pet name that's so cute," Verosika said. "That still doesn't answer what we are. I feel like we're beyond friends with benefits." He explained to the succubus. Let's just say we are lovers and I allow you to fuck other girls if you find them worthy," Verosika said as they got in the elevator to leave the building. "Wait, you're okay with that?" Naruto asked curiously. "Oh sure, my master needs relief while I'm in rehab," Verosika said as she pinched his cheek with a smile. "That's true," Naruto said with a chuckle, as since Verosika took his virginity he had embraced the sins of the flesh a bit, as Verosika called it. "So here's my advice while I'm in rehab. Get as much pussy as you can." She told him. "I'm not nailing everything that has a vagina, you know I'm picky," Naruto said, as in the past Verosika had tried to set him up with some of her succubus friends and at one point an incubus. Which is a story he'd rather not remember. I know, but I know you will find someone you like. Send pics, I wanna know who I'm gonna help you fuck when I get out. Verosika said as she licked her lips. You are exhausting, Naruto said with a sigh. Yay, how about a last hurrah in the elevator before I go to rehab? Verosika asked as she bent over and wiggled her ass at Naruto. Naruto looked at Verosika and bit his lip from seeing her shake her ass a bit. Oh fuck it, he said as he dropped his pants and punched the stop button on the elevator. Yahtzee, Verosika screamed before the building started to shake from the sheer ferocity of their fucking. The next day, Naruto was walking down the street looking at a newspaper with some one ads on it. Seeing as Verosika was in rehab for a bit of time, he needed to find some new employment. If he didn't find one through this paper, he'd have to find Stolas to get a new employment opportunity. And he was not going back to Stolas. He had a red marker and crossed out another ad. I swear, how hard is it to find a job in hell? He grumbled as he threw away the newspaper. Suddenly his phone rang and he looked at it and saw it was Stolas. Naruto sighed and answered it. What's Stolas? He asked. I heard you're looking for a job, Foxy. Stolas said over the phone. This better not be an offer for something that involves a gimp mask, Naruto said flatly as he had heard what Stolas was into. He somehow made Verosika seem tame. No, I only have eyes for a certain imp. Speaking of which, he has a business now and he's hiring right now, and I think as an ex-ninja you would thrive at this job. Stolas said. I'm listening, Naruto told him, paying full interest now towards the Goetia prince. Well, they're basically contract killers. They go to the human world and take out targets for the deceased in hell who want revenge or justice or maybe pie. I don't know, you mortal souls always seem strange to me at times. Stolas told him. This the new business with that annoying-ass jingle on the radio? Naruto asked. The very same, and I heard my impy wants to do a TV commercial too. Stolas said with a smile. Well, it's better than nothing since I'm bored, so text me the address and tell Octavia hello for me, Naruto said with a smile as he hung up. Stolas smiled at this as he texted the address to Naruto as he headed for his daughter's room and opened the door, thinking she was listening to her music too loud to hear him knock. Especially with her room's soundproofing. Oh Naruto. Octavia's voice could be heard from her room once the door was opened. He looked and saw his daughter pleasuring herself in front of what appeared to be a shrine dedicated to the Hellfox he had just gotten off the phone with. Stolas was in too much shock at the sight of his daughter before him. He couldn't speak, nor would he honestly want to speak and be seen by said daughter during this situation. He slowly closed the door and walked away from the door. I think her meeting Naruto was a bad idea in retrospect, Stolas thought to himself as he didn't expect his daughter to become so lustful like him. I should call Naruto at some point and have him take care of this before Stella walks in on Octavia in that situation, he thought before shuddering at the image of his wife and daughter fighting over such a thing. It would be apocalyptic. With Naruto was entering an elevator in the building that Stolas gave him the address to. Hey! Hold the elevator, a southern female voice called out as Naruto kept the door from closing and got a look at who called out to him. It was a red imp woman that reached his chin height-wise. She had black hair and two red horns sticking out of her hair. She was wearing black leather pants with rips in them and a black belly shirt which hugged her curvy body and her low E-cup breasts and large plump ass and thick thighs. She also had a demon's tail. The imp woman ran into the elevator and Naruto let it close. Thanks, sweetie, the woman said with a smile that showed she had a little gap in her teeth. Not a problem, miss. He started trying to get her name from the imp woman. Oh, I'm Millie. What brings you to this building? I'm here for a job interview for a company here. Got a recommendation from my friend Stolas to work for IMP. Naruto explained to the imp woman. Prince Stolas recommended you? She asked, surprised. Stolas was not someone to recommend jobs, except for hand and or blow jobs. Yeah, I was a ninja before I died, so this job seems up my alley, Naruto said. Millie laughed a little before she saw his serious face. Y'all serious? She asked. Yup. As serious as you are cute, he unintentionally flirted out. Aw, aren't you a sweetheart? Millie said with a smile. Hee hee. Thanks, so what brings you here? He asked curiously. Well, see, I work here, sugar, Millie said. Now I really hope I get the job, Naruto said with a smirk as he checked Millie out. Well, if the prince is recommending you, then I'm sure you'll get in, especially with my boss being who you're talking to for said job. She told him. Why do I have the feeling he didn't tell me something? Naruto said. Well, see. His lover is my boss, Millie said, rubbing the back of her head. Oh, that's why he calls him Impy and sounds like he's creaming himself, Naruto said with a slight shudder as the elevator stopped. Follow me, sugar, the office is through here, Millie said as they walked towards a door that had the words IMP, Immediate Murder Professionals. Sure thing, cutie, Naruto said ever so lightly, watching her hips sway as she walked. Millie didn't show if his nickname was fully heard or anything, but her swaying did increase a slight amount. Time spent with Verosika made it easy to deduce the amount of sway a woman is doing with their hips and ass. Millie opened the office door and the first thing Naruto saw was what looked like a young wolf woman sitting at a desk looking bored. As she looked at her phone, she was wearing a black tank top that hugged her low cup breasts, a black short skirt and black stockings that also hugged her athletic and fit body. She also had a nice toned ass, a long bushy wolf tail. Hello doggy, Naruto said. Who has the balls? The woman growled in anger. Sorry baby, I meant to say hello, Wolfie, Naruto said with a grin. She looked up at him and slightly blinked in surprise. Whoa. She mumbled at how he looked. His height, his sexiness, everything. Name's Naruto, but you can call me anytime, Naruto said with a wink. Name's Luna. You must have a massive set to say that to me. Most would just piss their pants in fright before I tear them up. She told him, smirking. Well, me, I don't frighten easy, at least not from a fellow canine, Naruto said. Millie watched this and pouted slightly. Say, my lovely wolf, where can I find the guy in charge at? Naruto asked as he lightly rubbed her chin. Oh, you want my adopted dad, Luna said, rolling her eyes. Yeah, his lover suggested this place to me, Naruto said. Stolas fucking recommended us to you? She asked, trying to wrap her head around that thought. Yeah, I need a job, and if you and Millie work here, I hope I get the job, Naruto said. Hey. Funny and ballsy. Let's see if your bite matches your bark, Foxy, Luna told him, wondering if he had any cool abilities. Naruto's eyes glowed as a red aura covered him as he showed his sharp teeth. Both Millie and Luna felt an arousal increase at the sight of Naruto's aura, though it was more intense for Luna given her own canine nature. Okay, who the fuck let a succubus in here? A voice from the main office yelled as the door slammed open, showing Imp. Oh, I'm no succubus, though I have wrecked one before, and call me that again and I'll show you my ninja skills. Personally, Naruto said. Who the fuck let a hellfox in? And is that you? You reek of bad soup, the Imp said. Make fun of my ramen again and I'll shove those horns up your ass, Naruto said, japping the Imp in the chest. He's here for the job your feathered sugar daddy sent him, Luna said flatly. Stolas sent you here to work for me. What's the catch? Blitzo asked, not trusting this at all. Nothing, he figured an ex-ninja could help his little Impy's business, Naruto said with a shudder. Ninja ba, there are no ninja left. Geez kid, when did you die? Blitzo asked as he scratched his back. Other dimension, Naruto said boredly. Sold. Let's start the interview. Where'd he go? Blitzo said as he blinked and he was gone. Up here, Naruto said, standing on the ceiling. How the fuck? All three shouted, surprised. It's a nifty trick my people can do. It's called chakra, Naruto said. Chakra, that hippie shit? Blitzo said. No, it's spiritual and physical energy manifested and. Oh my Satan, it does sound like hippie shit, Naruto groaned out. Can you teach me how to do that? Millie asked, practically bouncing in place. Depends if I get the job, my little imp, Naruto said with a smirk as he dropped down and tapped at her chin. Millie shuddered as she practically melted from that one tap to her chin. Are you sure you're not an incubus? Blitzo asked curiously. You know I get asked that a lot. But no, I'm not an incubus. Well, you reek not just of some soup but of succubus afterglow, Blitzo said, knowing that smell very well. Yeah, we gonna do this interview or what? Naruto asked. Fucking fine, we'll do the damned interview, Blitzo grumbled, annoyed that he has to take time out of his busy schedule to interview the Hellfox. Like you have anything better to do, Luna said as she rolled her eyes. Millie sees the way Luna is staring at Naruto as he walks into Blitzo's office. Back off, Wolfie, I saw him first, Millie said with a scowl. An alpha like that wants a mate like me, old lady, Luna growls as she gestured to her body. I'm 5 years older than you, ! Plus I have experience, you mutt. Millie snapped back with a growl. That would cause Luna to briefly blush given how she is a virgin, like he would want some worn out skank like you who has little to no tread left on the tires, I imagine. Especially when he can have all this prime untouched tight meat while gesturing to various parts on her body. I do yoga bitch, so I'm plenty tight, Millie yelled in outrage. This caused the argument to escalate to the point where they missed Imp entering and going to Blitzo's office to kill him. Blitz's office. Alright, let's get this shit underway already. I'm missing my stories. Name? Blitzo started down the list of questions for the interview. Naruto Uzumaki. Long name and foreign to boot. Lovely. Sex? He continued. Male duh. Naruto said, rolling his eyes. Hey, you never know in hell. I once thought a chick was a chick. Turned out to be a dude. Blitzo states, well, according to Stolas you don't care what gender they are. Naruto said, that was one time so I could start this business. Blitzo yelled. And the other 3 times? Naruto asked smugly. Touché. Blitzo said, how do you feel about killing? If they're an asshole I won't care. Naruto said with a shrug. Average amount of sex you get? Lots, especially with my pink love bug. Naruto said with a grin. Look what you do to your car is your business. I won't judge. Actually I will. Blitzo stated. Blitzo grunted as Naruto grabbed him by the neck. Insult my girl again. I dare you, Naruto said with glowing red eyes. Okay, take the joke, geez. Blitzo said as Naruto dropped him. How do you feel about the following things like clowns? Fucking hate them. Succubi. Fuck one a lot. Opera. Hate it. Rock music. Like it. Stolas. His daughter's cute. And finally the homeless. I don't really know. Naruto said. Well, you can figure that out cause there's some right outside. Blitzo pointed out his window. What does that even mean? Naruto asked. Before Blitzo could answer, Luna's voice came over the intercom in Blitzo's office. Problem, Luna yelled. Look, if it's that priest, I don't have any interest in worshipping Cthulhu. We're in hell. Why would I worship anything? Blitzo yelled. Hey! Speechify here. You have exceeded your daily HD word limit. In order to continue enjoying your experience with high-quality voices, please upgrade your subscription by clicking the upgrade button. If you are not ready to upgrade, you can continue listening with non-HD voices.
Hi, my name is Microsoft Mark, English. G. Blitzo yelled. The door burst open and another imp barged in, aiming a gun at Blitzo. There you are, son of a bitch. I've been looking for you for days. Now I can kill you for fucking my wife and daughter. The imp yelled, enraged. My mother was a saint. Well, by hell's standards anyway. Blitzo said. The imp pulled the hammer back before a slicing sound was heard and he watched as his hands were cut off. Sorry, can't have you killing my new boss. Naruto said before the imp's head fell off. Hey. I didn't say you had the job. Blitzo said. So you prefer this guy killing you? Naruto asked flatly. I didn't say that. Blitzo said. So? Naruto said as he stepped on the imp's severed head, smashing it. Do I have the job? He asked. You've got the job. Also, please clean that up. I hate brain goo getting into the rug. Blitzo said. Let me guess you prefer soaked up cum instead. Naruto smirked at his new boss. Just go give your information to Looney. Blitzo yelled. Oh, okay I will. Naruto said with a grin as he walked out. Blitzo quirked an eyebrow at this. Wait, he's a hell fox so, my baby, he thought in a panic as he quickly followed Naruto. Unfortunately the door was closed by Naruto as he ran and Blitzo smacked straight into his door face first and knocked himself out. With Naruto saw that Millie and Luna were looking at him with inquiring looks. I got the job, he said with a smile. Good. By the way, where's the imp with a gun? Millie asked him. Oh, I decapitated him and squashed his head on my shoe, Naruto said, holding up his claws. How'd he get past you two anyways? He asked curiously. The two said as they glanced away. Well, it doesn't matter, I'm here to help you all from now on, so let's do some paperwork, my lunar wolf beauty. Naruto said. Heh. You know the paperwork could wait. We can celebrate your new job and get to know our new co-worker. Luna told him with a smirk. Yeah, why don't we all get acquainted? Naruto said as he put his arms around the two. Not happening. A now conscious Blitzo yelled as he appeared and pushed Luna away from Naruto. Oh look, it's Stylus. Naruto said. Fuck. Where? Blitzo yelled as he turned around. I don't see him any, oh Satan damn it. When Blitzo turned back around, Naruto was walking down the hall with Luna and Millie. See ya later, boss. Naruto said with a grin. Bye Blitz. Millie yelled. Later Blitz. Luna told him. You touch my daughter and that's a week's pay. Blitzo yelled. Oh, like this? Naruto asked as he ran a hand up her tail, lightly squeezing it and making Luna moan. You son of a bitch. 2 weeks pay just for that. Blitzo yelled in rage. Okay boss, let me file that under. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking rich. Naruto said. You piss him off. I like that. Luna said seductively. Oh, just wait till he finds out I banged his ex-girlfriend. Naruto smirked, recognizing his name from Virasika's arm tattoo. Before she replaced it with his name. The two giggled as they held him closer. Next day. Blitzo, Millie, and Luna were in the office ready for the day. Where is that man whore I hired? Blitzo asked, annoyed having to wait for Naruto. He said he was picking up something to get around the city. Millie said. And you're one to talk. Luna said, looking at her phone. Before Blitzo could respond, they heard the roar of an engine outside. The trio ran outside and saw Naruto on a crimson-red motorcycle with skeletal handlebars. Am I late? Naruto asked as he took his fox skull-themed helmet off. Not at all, sweetie. Millie said with a smile. Wow. Luna said with wide eyes. Yeah, she's a beauty, kinda like you, maybe I can take you on a ride sometime. Naruto said with a grin. Over my dead body. Blitzo yelled. Luna grumbled before she stepped on her adopted father's tail. That's no way to talk to someone who brought donuts. Naruto said with a smile as he held out a box. You are instantly forgiven. Blitzo shouted as he grabbed the box of donuts. Go on honey, you can park her. Naruto said as he put the keys in Luna's hands, or take her for a spin. I don't really care, I got 6, he said. When I finish, how about you and me go for a ride? Luna asked. On the bike, my convertible, or somewhere more private? Naruto asked, leaning in and whispering the last option into her ear. Luna practically swooned as her tail wagged behind her. Hey man whore. We have a meeting, so get your ass in here. Blitzo yelled. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Naruto asked. Just get your ass inside. Blitz yelled while also not denying the remark. Okay. Naruto said as he tossed him his helmet and watched as Blitzo instantly fell to the ground. The hell kinda helmet is this? Blitzo groaned as it was really heavy. Too bad he's not unconscious. I could have fucked Foxy right here with him out of it. Luna grumbled under her breath. Naruto smirked at her, having heard it, and had one of his tails smack her on the ass, making her blush. Blitzo's office. Naruto and everyone else were all sitting at the meeting table. Naruto lightly jumped feeling something furry rub against his leg as he glanced at Luna who jumped as well feeling one of Naruto's tail wrap around her ankle. Stop with the tailsy stuff. Blitzo yelled. Okay, what's the first job? Naruto asked him. Ask Luna, she is the receptionist who gets our clients' information. Millie said with a pout at seeing Naruto and Luna's tail play. Well, lovely wolf, who do you have for us? Naruto asked. The client said, and I'm quoting this, the yappy jogger who caught me hiding the bodies. Luna said, making Naruto blink at how that told them nothing. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Blitzo said. Ugh, let me pull up the file. Luna said. A teacher, she could tutor me anytime. Naruto said as Luna pulled out file after file and one caught his eye. Focus here, Mew dash. Blitzo said. Call me a mutt, I dare you. Naruto said with a glare. I wasn't gonna call you that. Words like that are forbidden around loony. Blitzo said. The only loony around here is you if you ask me. Naruto said. Aha, gotcha. Luna said, pulling out the file. Okay, here we go. Our client was married and caught his wife cheating on him with a delivery man, killed both of them. He was sent to prison after he was caught hiding the bodies by a jogger. And he was executed by the state of Ohio for said crimes. She explained. Do we have a picture of the jogger? I'll be up and back in the blink of an eye. Naruto said as he spun one of his kunai. You want to solo this man, whore? Ha. I'd pay to see you fuck this up. Blitzo shouted, thinking Naruto was just being arrogant. I wanted to see your skills. Millie said with a pout. Find me a bedroom and I'll give you a personal demonstration, Naruto said with a grin. Well, I dash. Luna started to chime in before Blitzo covered her mouth with his hand. We are a team and we do this together. Blitzo said. Team, huh? Okay, I can do that. Naruto said with a fond smile. Let's go fuck someone up. Millie cheered as she pulled out a battle axe. Yup, let's fuck this fucker the fuck up as a team. Loony, you stay here. Blitzo told his adopted daughter. Oh, why not? She looks like a perfectly able killer to me. Naruto said. One, we need someone to stay and work the book so we can get back. Blitzo said. Book? What book? Naruto asked. He uses Stella's grimoire to make portals to the human world. Millie explained. He has a grimoire? Naruto asked as this was the first he heard of it. Haha, jealous. Blitzo asked with a grin. No, I could suck dick for one too, but I have self-respect. Naruto said with a smirk. Surprised Stella's didn't show you it as you lived with him for a while. Millie said. Say what now? Blitzo asked, his demeanor doing a 180. For a small while I lived in his house before I got my own place, so what is the second reason? Naruto said as he leaned back in his chair. Because of the freaks who would drool over my loony. Blitzo yelled. Can't blame them. Naruto said with a grin. Blitzo pulled out his gun before Luna slapped it out of his hand with her tail. Go ahead, it wouldn't work. Naruto said as he stabbed his own hand with his kunai and everyone watched it heal. You can fucking heal. You're our meat shield. Blitzo said with a grin as beings born in hell could die if hurt. Don't ever call me that again. Naruto said. Why not? It's perfect for you. Blitzo said. It's just the way you say it, it sounds wrong. Naruto said. Oh, don't get your panties in a twist, man whore. Blitzo jested at him. You're one too and I wear boxers. Naruto said. So what? Sometimes I wear a thong. Blitzo said. I will never get that image out of my head. Both Naruto and Luna shouted at the same time. Come on, let's go lick some ass. Blitzo yelled as he spun his gun like a cowboy. Yo, it's kick some ass. Luna and Naruto said. Really? Mine sounds better. Blitzo said. No, it doesn't, and don't go broadcasting what you do with Stella's. Naruto and Luna once again yelled as the trio headed through the portal. Stop copying each other's sentences. Blitzo said. I can't help it. You can't help it? Wow. The two said in perfect sync. I want to destroy your holes while you wear a collar and leash / I want you to destroy my holes while I wear a collar and leash. The two say at the same time, nearly saying the same thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Blitzo said, literally dragging Naruto now to the portal away from a now blushing Luna. We need one more thing to say in sync. The two were still saying completely in sync. Let's fuck on Blitz's desk later. The two finished as a very pissed off Blitzo pushed Naruto through the portal harshly. Millie laughed at this as she followed them, finding Naruto messing with Blitzo funny. Somewhere in Ohio. Well, we are in Ohio, smells like shit. Naruto said as they arrived in a alleyway. Ain't that Blitz's breath you're smelling? Millie said as the two laughed. Oh, go fuck each other already. Blitzo yelled at them. Okay. Naruto said with a grin as he lifted Millie up and put her on his shoulder, making her squeal in excitement. Help with the mission first. Blitzo said. Make up your fucking mind, man. Naruto shouted back at his boss. Yeah, don't cock block me. Millie yelled as she stomped her foot after Naruto put her down. Oh, when was the last time you got any action? Half a century ago. Blitzo said, rolling his eyes. Millie growled as she slammed her foot on his tail. Satan, damn it, I need that for tail things. Blitzo shouted in pain. Who is our target anyway? Naruto asked. That guy. Millie said, pointing to a brown-haired man with a mustache and a green jogging suit. In an empty park, Blitzo aimed his gun but Naruto snatched it. Hey, nobody touches my gun but M-. Good lord, do you ever shut up? Naruto said. Ah, what did you just say? Blitzo said, looking at him with wide eyes. What? Do you ever shut up? Naruto asked, confused. Not that. Blitzo said. Good lord. Naruto said, still confused. Stop saying that. Blitzo hissed out. Naruto grinned, seeing as it was messing with him. Lord Jesus Christ, he yelled out. Ah, it burns. Blitzo yelled as he clawed at his ears. Maybe I'll have Luna shout that when I fuck her brains out. He cackled heavily at his booze. Oh, for crying out loud. Millie said, rolling her eyes as she ran at the jogger with her battle axe and in an instant cut him clean in half down the middle. Huh? She said, seeing a kunai through his brain. I killed him while Shorty here was crying. Naruto said. Wow, you are good, but you took my kill. Millie said with a pout. You chopped him in half, that's good, my sexy little imp. Naruto said, booping her nose. Millie smirked at him. Maybe you can make up the kill steal in private with me. She flitted out. Good, let's go. As he texted someone on his phone and a portal appeared. Okay. Lord Jesus Christ. Naruto yelled again. Ah. Blitzo screamed, holding his ears again. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy working for you, boss. Naruto said mockingly as he dragged a still screaming Blitzo through the portal, Millie close behind. What's wrong with him? Luna asked, looking at her adopted father before Naruto whispered into her ear. Got a list in half a day? Naruto asked. Luna barked a laugh at that. Okay, I walked into that one, she said. Watch this, Lord Jesus Christ. Naruto said, making Blitzo scream louder. Oh, I'm so shouting that while you fuck me. Luna cackled. I forbid you two from being alone together. Blitzo yelled. Forbid this. Naruto said, flipping him off. Come on, Foxy, we are off the clock, I want to make you dinner. Millie said as she dragged Naruto off and glared at Luna lightly as they left. Luna growled at this, game on, bitch, she said. Good milk can take that man whore and keep him away from you. Blitzo said. Naruto's tails flailed around and slapped Blitzo 9 times. Holy shit, that's hot. Both Luna and Millie said at the same time. Wanna see what else I can do with these tails? Naruto asked. Yes. Both said. Then I'll show you two in private. Naruto breathed out huskily. Gaya, just go. Blitzo screamed. Okay. Jesus Christ. Naruto said before he and Millie walked out as Blitzo screamed again. Oh my god. Luna screamed, making Blitzo scream louder. Later. Naruto and Millie just arrived at an apartment building on his motorcycle. This is where you live? Naruto asked. Yeah, it's not much but it's home. Millie said. The apartment was very run down. Lots of holes from gunshots. Hell, one of the rooms was currently on fire and no one even seemed to notice or care. You're moving in with me, Naruto said firmly. What? Millie asked, shocked and confused. You're packing your stuff and moving in with me, you're not staying in this shitty apartment. Naruto said firmly. Not that I'm against it, but do you even have room for me at your place? Millie asked. Wait until you see my penthouse, Naruto said. You have a penthouse? She asked in even more shock. Before Naruto could respond, a big demon approached them. Hey bitch, where's my rent? He asked Millie with a glare. Millie, be a dear and go pack your things while I settle this with your landlord, Naruto said with a smile at Millie. Millie shrugged as she headed for the entrance before she heard a loud smack and looked up to see her landlord was sent flying through the sky, missing a limb. Well, keep going, Naruto told her as she looked back at him. Millie smiled at this as she entered the building, swaying her hips a bit for Naruto. I should probably mention Verosika and her rule about other girls before we fuck, Naruto mumbled to himself as he texted a picture of Millie to Verosika. A moment later he got a text back, goddamn, she's the C. I approve. Fucking break her, it said. Naruto chuckled at this and put his phone away. Millie grunted as she had a mountain of stuff she was trying to balance as she walked to him. Allow me, Naruto said as he grabbed the mountain of stuff easily with one hand before pulling out a small scroll with a seal. He opened it and brought his now free hand to his mouth and bit his thumb, drawing some blood. Next he sprinkled the blood onto said scroll, and in a puff of smoke Millie's stuff vanished and the scroll closed. Now let's get back to my place, Naruto said as he got on his motorcycle while Millie got on too. How did you do that? She asked. Chakra, Naruto said simply as they took off on his motorcycle. 30 minutes later. This is your penthouse, Millie yelled as she saw the gigantic penthouse at the top of a fancy apartment complex. Yep, motorcycles and cars are in the garage, Naruto said as he took his helmet off. How can you possibly afford this? In hell? Millie asked. I'm rich, Naruto said simply. If you recently died, how are you rich? She asked, bewildered. Some came from my lovely lady, Naruto said. Lovely lady? Millie asked, growling a little in jealousy. Yeah, you may know her, Verosika, Naruto said to her. Millie's eyes opened wide. Why you re-dating Verosika Mayday? She yelled out in utter shock. Yeah. She's insanely kinky. He chuckled out. When did you two meet? Well, we talked then I had my V-card stamped by her, Naruto said with a chuckle. Lucky bitch, Millie mumbled. Now she said I could bed other women, and she said, and I quote, breakin' that the sea bitch, Naruto said with a chuckle as he groped Millie's fat ass with one of his tails. Millie smiled seductively as she looked up at him. Think you have what it takes to break me in, Suga? She asked flirtatiously. Naruto growled lowly as he looked at her, grinning. I can't just stay in your house, let me pay you rent, Millie said. Okay, how? Naruto asked. Lemon start. Millie licked her lips seductively at this. Naruto smirked at this and smacked her ass with his hand. Get your ass in the bedroom and prepare yourself, I haven't had sex in 2 days and I'm backed up, he growled. You're not my boss, she yelled defiantly. Naruto wrapped his tails around her and lifted her up. What was that you said? He growled lustfully as 2 of his tails snaked their way into the imp woman's pants, rubbing against her pussy and asshole. I said let's go, negotiate my rent. Millie said as she moaned. That's what I thought. Naruto said as he entered the penthouse still carrying her. Naruto's room. Naruto kicked down his bedroom door and threw Millie onto his bed, making her laugh before he got on top of her and the two began to make out. During the make-out session, Naruto's tails grabbed Millie's shirt and pants and ripped them to shreds, leaving her in her sexy black bra and panties. Naruto licked his lips as he looked at her body. You're hot as hell, Millie. He told the imp, who giggled. Sorry if the size difference kinda messes it up. She said to him. That's fine, you can be my sexy little short stack. Naruto said. Millie giggled before her tail reached into his pants. Her eyes widened as she felt up the massive cock hidden by his pants, not believing that it was the actual size. Naruto grinned as he began taking his clothes off before reaching for his pants before pulling them down. Millie's eyes bulged as she stared at the tool that Naruto possessed and saw his huge balls. The very thought of him coming inside of her with those massive balls, emptying enough of his seed inside of her to inflate her like a balloon, made her juices run wild. Well honey, it's not too big for you, is it? Naruto asked with a smirk. Millie gulped with wide eyes at seeing how big Naruto's cock was. It might be, but who fucking cares, this is going to be awesome, she says with an excited and aroused grin. Millie then leans in close and begins swirling her tongue around the head of Naruto's dick. Now I am going to suck and lick this giant meat until I get to the creamy center, then you are going to wreck my holes with it, she says lustify while inhaling his manly aroma. Naruto gave a small thrust, making his cock go into her mouth. Then stop talking and get to work, he said as she slaps her ass with one of his tails, making her yelp. Millie then began to take his cock into her mouth, stroking whatever didn't get in her mouth. Naruto grunted, enjoying what she was doing as he rubbed her hair/horns, letting her know he was enjoying it. Millie was in love, never feeling so stuffed before, as she could just feel the manliness inside Naruto, from his strength to his spirit, and he was very attractive. The imp jumped lightly as she glanced behind her to see Naruto's tails rubbing themselves against her panties before two cracked on her ass cheeks, making her moan. Naruto's tails then wrapped around her underwear, tearing her bra and panties off, exposing her body to him. Millie then moaned against his cock, feeling his tails rub themselves against her now exposed holes and wrap around her tits, squeezing them. Satan, he's relentless, she thought as he had her pegged, and she loved every second of it. Damn, you can suck a cock like a pro. Naruto grunted as Millie sucked on him. Millie smiled around his cock before her tail wrapped around his cock, joining her hands in stroking whatever she couldn't fit in her mouth. So we're using tails now, okay? Naruto said as he thrusted his tails into her holes, making her moan loudly against his cock. I intend to use more than these, Millie thought, trying her best to make sure he was primed and ready, as when he decides he wants her pussy she was a goner, so she wanted to lube him up as much as possible. Naruto then grabbed her by her horns and began thrusting into her mouth as he threw his head back. Millie's eyes widened as she could feel him poking into her throat and soon reaching farther down. Shit, he'll shoot right into my gut, she thought as his cock was very much down her throat. Naruto then gave one harsh thrust, forcing his cock down her throat until she hit the hilt. Millie coughed and gagged as she teared up, feeling her throat expanding, taking his cock, and her eyes widened as she felt tears as she felt him begin to come. Oh, he's filling my gut, she thought, feeling his load fill her stomach. The imp pulled back as Naruto was finished and panting, and coughed slightly. Gosh, you came like a fire hose, she said, subtly rubbing her stomach and savored the cum in her mouth. We need to do that every day, she said as she could see herself becoming addicted to his cum as it tasted amazing. Naruto grinned as he pushed her onto her back before he got between her legs. You made me cum, now it's your turn, he said as he began eating her out. Millie moaned as she felt him lick her slit before plunging his tongue into her wet pussy, feeling him invade it so thoroughly, getting into every nook and cranny, trying to find her weak spots. Naruto smiled as he could tell her was pushing all of the right buttons on her, but when he bit down on her clit she screamed as her body arched and shook as she climaxed all over his face. Holy shit. Millie said as she panted. What can I say? Plenty of experience going at it with a succubus, and you learn how to please all the ladies easily. Naruto said with a grin. Millie flipped herself over and got on her hands and knees. "I hope you have more in you, Suga," she said as she looked back at him with a smile and a wink, trying to entice him to go at her even more. Naruto pressed her face down into the bed as he rubbed himself against her ass. "There's plenty in me, but can you handle it, sugar?" he said, grinning. "I'm sure you can train me to take it. I'm one of your girls now, right?" Millie asked with a coy look on her face. "We'll need a lot of practice if I'm ever gonna take on this monster," she said knowingly. "Well, I only go for quality girls and you are definitely high quality." Naruto growled as he smacked her ass hard as he rubbed his cock on her ass. Millie moaned at this as she was getting excited, and this made her tail start wagging wildly. Naruto then positioned himself at her pussy and slowly began to push himself inside the sexy imp woman's tight twat. He groaned as soon as he felt her tight and constricting inside. Slowly began to push himself inside the sexy imp woman's tight twat. He groaned as soon as he felt her tight and constricting insides. "Oh fuck." Millie moaned at the feeling of his rock-hard cock deep in her pussy, spreading it far wider and reaching far deeper than any other that she had before. Naruto began to thrust, causing Millie to moan loudly as she could feel every movement he made. Holy fucking shit. Millie yelled as the pleasure was indescribable. The imp lowered her head before her eyes widened, seeing her stomach deform with every thrust into her pussy. The mere sight got her juices flowing even more. "Fuck, you're tight. And very, very, very wet as well. It's like a slip and slide right now inside a tight tunnel," he shouted with a particularly hard thrust. Millie's tongue hung from her mouth as her head laid on the bed as Naruto continued to pound her pussy into oblivion. "You know, when we're done here, maybe I'll keep you as my cock sleeve. Think about just me walking around with you impaled on this dick, around the house." Naruto smirked down at the panting and drooling imp woman. Millie's tail wrapped around Naruto's waist at this as she looked back at Naruto with a slutty look on her face. "Do it, darlin', ruin my cunt so only you can please me," she screamed, never wanting to lose this pleasure. "Sure thing, my little dick warmer," he shouted as he picked up Millie from the doggy-style position transitions to a standing fuck, holding the imp by her legs as he thrusted upwards into her insides, spearing himself into her womb, making her breasts jiggle wildly from the force of his thrusts. Millie's eyes crossed as she screamed out in unabated pleasure. "Tell me you're mine." Naruto growled into her ear lustfully as he kissed the back of her neck. I'm yours, Suga, all yours," she called out as she turned her head and grabbed his hair, pulling him into a heated kiss. Naruto groaned against her lips as he came make her scream against his lips. Millie watched as her stomach began to expand to hold all of his essence inside of her womb. "Gosh, if I ain't careful, ma and pa will have a litter of grandkids." Naruto then dropped Millie on the bed, coming on her body as she twitched and shuddered as her mind became mush. "Haha, for a second there I thought you were gonna pop trying to hold of my cum," he said with a chuckle. "I'm tougher than that, sweetie," Millie said with a giggle. She then arched herself so her ass was wiggling at him. "Now you ready to break in my ass? I am a virgin back there," she said as her tail smacked her ass hard, hoping to entice him. Naruto grinned before some of his tails wrapped around her limbs, lifting her up. "Let's see if your ass is tighter than your cunt," he said as his tails pulled Millie harshly onto his cock in one shot. Millie screamed out as and arched herself as with that outpush she felt himself spear her insides aside as he pushed all of his cock into her. "Damn, your ass is even tighter," Naruto grunted as he thrusted into her, making her groan and moan incoherently. Millie weakly lifted her head and could see his cock almost trying to spear itself out of her stomach. The imp woman could swear she saw an outline of his cock in her stomach with each thrust. But she also couldn't tell what was reality with each and every thrust of his monster cock. Naruto grinned as his eyes glowed red before he grabbed a hold of her waist and began thrusting even more wild than before. "Scream if you're still conscious," he told her while grabbing one of her tits and groping it. A weak scream left her drooling lips. "Good girl, I'm almost there," Naruto said as he started to play with her pussy with his free hand while occasionally pinching her clit, sending massive jolts of pleasure up her spine. Millie gasped at this and started to come, squirting her juices across the room from the sheer pleasure she was feeling. Naruto threw his head back and roared as he began to empty himself inside of her rectum. "Fuck yes!" he cried out as he finished into the imp woman impaled on him. Meanwhile Millie could only silently scream during it all. All the imp woman could do was twitch and moan incomprehensible words as Naruto finished his unloading. Naruto dropped her on the bed once again and stood over her to see his work for himself. He then reached over to a drawer with his tails and pulled out some cigars. He pulled one out and ignited it with a flame on his finger. "Yeah. I'm definitely keeping you," he said, letting out a puff of smoke. As Millie rested, she saw a red beeping light and saw her boss with a camera. Naruto looked where Millie was looking and glared at Blitzo and grabbed him with his tails and dragged him into the living room so Millie could rest. 10 minutes later. "So Blitz, do you know why you're currently tied up by my tails with a spiked bat poised to be shoved up your ass and guns in your face?" Naruto asked with a calm smile, his eyes closed, and completely naked. Because you wanted to explore bisexuality." Blitzo asks only to yelp as the spiked bat poked at his asshole. "Try again." "Because I broke into your apartment/penthouse. Side note, how the fuck do you afford a penthouse, and watched you fuck the shit out of Millie with that foot-long sausage you're packing. And also was videotaping it. Correct?" Naruto says before pulling out his phone and begins texting someone on it before a portal opened up and Naruto lifted Blitzo up into the air. Where does that go to and who were you texting?" Blitzo asked. "Oh, don't worry about where it goes, and as for who I was texting, let's just say it was a friend," Naruto says before chucking Blitz through the portal. Blitzo lands with a thump and hears, "I hear you have been a naughty boy, my little imp. It seems you need some punishment," before turning to see Stella's in a hardcore BDSM leather outfit holding a ball gag, whip, and 2-foot-long double-sided spiked dildo causing to pale. "Naruto, you fucker, I dash." Blitzo yells only to be cut off as the portal closes. Naruto then turns back to the bed where Millie was laying naked, her tail swishing back and forth in the air. "Now where were we?" he asks. You were in the process of completely wrecking and reshaping all my holes with that glorious giant cock of yours. Now come to mama," Millie yells before leaping towards Naruto, causing him to catch her before he slams her down on his dick to continue their hard fucking. Next morning at the office. "Sir," Millie said in a calm, deadly tone, "I want the tape," she said, taking out her gun. "What tape?" Blitzo asked. "The tape of Naruto fucking me like a slutty whore," Millie said as she stabbed a knife on the table. "Now Millie, I'm your boss, meaning I can do whatever the fuck I want," Blitzo said with a grin. Millie fired at his chair, almost hitting him between the legs, making him yelp. "Watch where you're aiming, I need that," Blitzo said, looking at her like she was crazy. Luna came into the room before her face dropped to its normal look. "Damn, I thought you nailed him," she said. "She nearly shot my dick off," Blitzo said. "Wow, you must have fucked up if Millie is mad," Luna said. "He recorded Naruto fucking me and I want the tape back." Millie said to her. "Oh, can I watch it?" Luna asked with a quirked eyebrow. "Luna," Blitzo said. "I got this." "Gee," Luna said with a grin. "Don't you dare." Blitzo said angrily. "Sus. I'm warning you. Cry eighth. Finish that and you're grounded," Blitzo yelled. "SST and I'm 19, bitch," Luna said. "Ah." Blitzo said, holding his ears. "Jesus Christ, 20x. Millie said. Okay, here, just shut the fuck up," Blitzo yelled as he threw the tape at them. Thank you. Millie said, going back to her usual self, smiling as she caught the tape. Yoink. Luna said as she snatched the tape and ran off. Hey. Millie said as she chased after the wolf woman who had the tape in her mouth and was running on all fours. Damn it, give that back. Millie said as she gave chase, wanting to see how she looked on that tape. And I will, after I watch it. Luna said with the tape in her mouth. Luna quickly turned a corner, and when Millie did it, she yelped as she slid into a wall. You bitch. Millie said with a growl. Yep, and proud of it. Luna said as she was referring to both meanings. Luna ran into a room and locked it and began to watch the video. Naruto chuckled at this as he liked working here. Hey everyone, KFB Anime 87 here. Bet you all didn't expect this FIC from me, huh? LOL. Long story short, one of my co-authors